Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Command. Taking a look at the markets today, we can see that the price of Bitcoin is back to 10,750. But overall, we are seeing a similar trend to what we have seen over the past few days, and that is that the prices of all the major coins are not changing very dramatically. We're really only up 1% in the past 24 hours in Bitcoin, but the overall market cap has increased slightly. We are now sitting above 450 billion. One notable change is that the BTC dominance has crept back up to 40%. Looking at the overall total market capitalization, you can see that this is the first time that BTC dominance has been back to 40% since late December. This is really coming at the expense of the smaller altcoins. You can see that in the gray line, that there has been a downtrend in the overall market cap for the smaller alts, while this creep up in the market dominance for Bitcoin has continued to go up. The other major coins have decreased slightly, but not nearly as dramatic as what you've seen in the smaller alts. The one chart that's really what we're continuing to pay attention to is the Bitcoin to USD chart. This is from Coinbase, currently looking at the 4-hour chart. Mapped out on this chart is the downward trend line here in blue that we have seen ever since the all-time high, right around 20,000, moving down, drawing this line based on the relative highs that you see at various points. And there are two other key lines to pay attention to, one being this pink line. This is a point of support right around 9,500, where we saw the price of Bitcoin bounce off of recently. Also, the yellow line here is a bigger point of resistance right around 11,600. But the story right now, if we zoom in a bit, keeping this blue line in mind, is that this is the overall downward trend line, and trying to break through this line is the first point of resistance, where we need to see Bitcoin break through this to be able to reach highs again. But what we are seeing right now is that the price of Bitcoin is testing this line once again. So we are seeing green candles, and currently the Bitcoin price is right against this line. The good news is that the overall volume of Bitcoin has been maintained during this period. And you can see that indicators in the 15-hour, this is moving upward, breaking across the longer 50-hour trend line. So these are positive indicators that the price of Bitcoin could move through. If you look on shorter time frames, I'm going to move over to the 1 hour. You can see that the candles are currently above this. However, this has happened before. As you look at the shorter time frames, you can see that there are times where this will break through momentarily, but really not able to sustain this. So the question is, can Bitcoin break through on the longer time frames? Particularly the 1 day is the chart that I'm keeping my eye on the most. And that is this is the first time that the candles on the daily chart have really hit this downward trend line. So you can see the green candle there right at this time. What really has me paying attention to this today is that the 15-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, which really has just paralleled the overall downward trend line, they're pretty much meeting right at this point. So you can see those together. And if we can get the 15-day to move above, that would pretty much be consistent with breaking through this downward trend line. And if that's the case, then the next point of resistance would once again be the 11,600. So will we be able to get through, continue to go up, or go back down? There are a lot of indicators that this could be the possibility of being able to get through. There's been a lot of action by the SEC in trying to position relative to ICOs and trying to make sure that they have all the information that they need. But overall, the SEC has been pretty receptive in trying to be helpful and not taking action too quickly. I think this has been a positive indicator for Bitcoin, and some of these elements of regulation have been something that's caused the price of Bitcoin to move sideways over time. So whether or not Bitcoin is able to move through today, there is still room within this triangle above 9,500 that you can see that it could stay within this window before there is a decision point that actually must be made. At some point, the price of Bitcoin is either going to have to continue higher or break through down through this level of support and test a new relative low. So currently, all signs are pointing to good news for Bitcoin. I think the other thing we can see is that because a number of coins are down in the top 10, this usually means that there is support flowing into the price of Bitcoin. So hopefully we will see a potential breakout here moving through resistance. We will keep our tabs on this and have a further update in the next 24 hours. Hope this is helpful to you guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, thanks for watching Crypto Command.